Okay, we're live. So the point of this interview is we're going to be reviewing a couple of videos that has to do. One of the first one has to do with R Amichai Toporovich's meeting with R Chaim Kanievsky. This was back in 2017.
Tofshinayim base.
Tofshinayim base in 2012.
14 years ago.
14 years ago. So in 2012, and very recently a video resurfaced by R Aharon Pessin with a follow-up video, basically saying that that R Chaim said something completely different. So we're going to review those couple of videos, and then we're going to talk about it for the rest of this interview. And it's not going to be like a formal interview. It's going to be more so questions, answers, discussions. It's more so discussions. Exactly. It's not a formal interview at all. This is completely informal, completely Amish.
זה כאילו דיון, לא כל כך אינטרוויו, זה סגנון של דיון.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start this over here. Okay. Okay, so the general idea is that if you think you might have the Techeiles, you're mechuyav to wear it.
I chose this, which I thought was my own Kiddush, finding all these different opinions about the Techeiles. I showed it to my man, R Chaim Kanievsky ZT. 6 years ago, 6.5 years ago, I go and said, Rebbe, I showed him, I wrote the whole thing with the sources, and I said, so according to this, it doesn't even start, right? He said, you don't need this. Chazal says in Medrash that Techeiles nignaz. It's in Geniza. It's not coming back. So what do you need this? The Medrash that he refers to is the Medrash Techeiles. And the Medrash Techeiles says it's a mitzvah to bring Techeiles and Lavan. When they Masai, כשהוא Techeiles, when it's really Techeiles. ועכשיו אין לנו אלא Lavan. And now says the Medrash we only have white. Why? שהתכלס נגנז. Because Techeiles is in Geniza, somewhere stored away. To when? Maybe the Techeiles was nignaz, in fact. But since then they found it. But there's another Medrash. Sifri. Sifri is Medrash Tanaim. And the Sifri says, Nikahu sheganuz le'tzadikim le'asid lavoi. The Techeiles is not only nignaz, it's nignaz and stored away for the tzadikim in Mitzvah Hashem, speedily soon nowadays. The Arizal thought that this Medrash is important enough to bring it in Pri Etz Chaim, he writes why al pi Kabbalah we don't have and we won't have Techeiles now ba'olam hazeh until Mitzvah Hashem soon. Mashiach comes. So I asked Reb Chaim. I told him, look, in Das Noita you write extensively about it. Yosher, Rebbe Yoshi, writes about it in his Tshuvos, Chelek Aleph, as we said, in Simin Beis. From looking into these Tshuvos that you both write, and many others wrote as well, it seems that there's no Indian. So is that true that there's no Indian whatsoever to wear it? So Reb Chaim says to me, Tzitzis will only be revealed when Mashiach will come. As it says in the Medrash Techeiles, Techeiles is nignaz ad sheMashiach yavo. So I asked again, so it's not true what they say in your name, that you say to a person who believes that it really is Techeiles, that he is chayav to wear it? I'm going to keep you in suspense. Let's see what Reb Chaim had to answer me about this question.
6 years ago, 7 years ago.
7 years ago.
7 years ago.
7 years. Weiß. מה זה?
Yes.
כן. עשיתי גלה רק את משיח יבוא.
אז זה לא נכון מה שאומרים בשם הרב.
כתוב במלך סמכו. באוסטראיקו.
מי אומר את זה?
שהחייב נגנז שיבוא משיח.
אז זה לא נכון מה שאומרים שהרב אמר שמי שמאמין בזה חייב לפגוש את זה, זה לא נכון. So now we know exactly what R Chaim Kanievsky holds about this. So, not sure you want to listen to the other video that maybe was circulated. I was there. By the way, this is a very unique video.
Okay, so that was that. Put this back, back over here. Okay, we're on. So, can both of you tell everybody about how the meeting back in Tashanayin Bays went, what led to the Techeiles discussion, and also what exactly is the context behind this video over here? What exactly was R Chaim really saying?
Okay, the story is as follows. That was back in Tashanayin Bays, like 14 years ago. It was a summer Erev Shabbos, a long Friday on Erev Shabbos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I went to R Chaim Kanievsky to his son-in-law,
רבי ישוע ציוויון. רבי ישוע ציוויון.
And I asked Rabbi Yeshua Tzivion to let me in, and I begged them I should be only myself with him in the room, and nobody should enter into the room, and he should not bring any photographer, because normally, people come from Chutz La'aretz, they come to photo and then they sell it. I don't want any photos, okay? Mm-hmm. And I went into the room from Reb Chaim. I was waiting there about 20 minutes because he was learning. And then when he put his head up, he saw me. Then I started speaking to him. And I spoke to him about the Techeiles, obviously, and I start in a way how to explain him what it is and how it's a Vadai Techeiles. And he came to a situation, he was holding my tzitzis, and he said, maybe, Efsher, he started Efsher. Mm-hmm. And that moment, they listened outside. They opened the door a little bit just to listen, and they saw that he's starting being warm about that. They came in to get me out. And then when they came in, they bought a photographer. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that it's a photographer. They bought a photographer, and those in these 2-3 minutes, Reb Chaim was saying to me, because he saw that I'm vadai with that, so he said that I am mechuyav in it. He repeated twice that I'm mechuyav in this. Mm-hmm. Okay, and that's it. And someone told me the following day, Shabbos morning, it was not too long after the Ptira from his Rebbetzin, that he was very happy. And they asked him, why are you so happy? And he said, because maybe I saw yesterday Techeiles.
Because you showed him your Techeiles.
Yes. I explained him the difference between that Techeiles and Techeiles from Razin, and all. But it's not now the time to explain it. Yeah, but I explained it to him, and mm-hmm. I'm saying, yeah, okay. Then that was Erev Shabbos, yeah, that I was with him. Okay. And I spoke to him about 20 minutes about that. Mm-hmm. And I felt that if they would let me speak another half an hour, it would work Techeiles. But nevertheless, on Motzei Shabbos, I am getting a telephone call from Rabbi Yeshua Tzivion, and he tell me, that when I came in, I bought me a photographer. Oh yes, yeah. and he asked me if I want to buy it. The video, I said, yes, I would buy it. And then he met me on the gas station near Kvish Gea, okay? And he gave me, I forgot for how much, and I bought this video, okay? Now, it's a issue min ha-Torah to be choshid me or anyone that we play with the video. That's not the way to bring a mitzvah sesed to a reise, to lie and to drag a corp. That's not the way. A mensch have a cheskat kashrus. And if someone is saying such things which is not true, is over al esed or reise. Okay? That's what I can say about the video. Okay? Now, what I heard from Rabbi Pessin is few things. Beside that point that he's saying that somebody play with the video, which is Isur min ha-Torah to say it. Beside that, okay, he's saying few things which is also not true. He is saying things not true. He bought a Sifri, that in Sifri is a Maise, Rabbi Yossi, and then that it says there that Techeiles nignaz leosid lovoy, letzadikim leosid lovoy. It doesn't say that. In the Maisef, before, okay, it say leosid lovoy, but in that Maisef from Techeiles it says leolam habo, and the Girsa Sagro also leolam habo, and before is goyres leosid lovoy. But when it comes to that Maisa, he said, Lo'olam habo, not Lo'osid lovoy, Lo'olam habo. What's Lo'olam habo? Lo'olam habo from every person. Lo'olam habo from a person. Okay? That's one thing. And the other thing is, it does not say in Medrash Tanchume, it does not say like that it's Nignaz Lo'osid lovoy. It doesn't say that. It's not true. There's no such Medrash Tanchume, and I cannot believe that R Chaim Kanievsky said it.
Right.
Okay, it's not such a thing. Okay, and what R Chaim Kanievsky said, LeMoshe Mashiach, that could be, but not Medrash Tanchume doesn't say such a thing. Number three, Midrashim is very good, but Aloche. You go with halacha against a medrash, and the halacha is as in Torah state. V'nosnu al tzis is a kind of psil Techeiles, so you have to mekayim a mitzvah min ha-Torah, and no one can be oiker mitzvah min ha-Torah. Even Chazal cannot be oiker mitzvah min ha-Torah. So if we see in our own eyes that this Techeiles is a vadai Techeiles, then we mechuyav in them al pi halacha. Right? And that you can mitaretz all medrashim, you can have tirutzim, whatever you want, but you cannot move from the halacha. And the Maise, if you see in Yeshua Smolko, and Satmar Rebbe and andere medrash Rebbe Lezer HaGodel, Maril. Then you can see the other Rebbe Fakert that the Techeiles would come before Mashiach.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So that's it. So I'm very, very upset that people can come and say things which are not true. Are not true. This is something very, very, upsetting to hear people not mit onachayas.
And
maybe if he would have mentioned to Reb Chaim your name, Reb Chaim wouldn't say it. He asked Reb Chaim as a general question, if somebody knows, what will you say? So he said, Amarti Mshu, but he didn't mention your name. If he knows who you are, and if he would have mentioned your name, maybe Reb Chaim will remember.
Maybe.
So then why would somebody? Why? Okay, this is what I'm confused about. Why would to anybody else he would say you're meshugenneh if you want to wear Techeiles?
Because he himself he holds it. It's not so.
He didn't thought. They didn't thought. The Maise, none of the Gdoilim enter into this sugya. They thought it's whatever they thought. Okay, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The Maise, if we see in our own eyes that we have a Techeiles vaday, we mechuyav in that. And R Chaim Kanievsky, when he said it to me, he said what the halacha is saying. And this is the halacha, that if someone is convinced that he's got a mitzvah's essay, he need to be mekayem the mitzvah's essay against Sanhedrin. You have to discuss it with Sanhedrin. And Sanhedrin need to discuss it with him very seriously. But in our case, I can be made that none of these gdoilim we had a real discussion. When I want to discuss it with Chaim Kanievsky, so they took me out. When it comes to it, they took me out. And the same thing was by Arav Eliashiv. The same thing I was by Aaron Leib. The same, all the same. The people around, right? They didn't allow it.
They were basically saying that the Techeiles, if you want to talk about Techeiles, it's verboten.
What?
It's verboten. It's osir. It's osir to talk about Techeiles.
Also talk, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Say that.
Yeah,
I hope that whoever see what I'm saying will take it seriously.
I just want to say in general.
Sorry about my English.
No.
Not best in the world. But
I think the fact that you said it in English. First of all, your English is really, really good. Second of all, the fact that you've said it out here, it opens what actually happened to a much larger audience. So thank you. So seriously,
if you want to know, I tell you what when I start speaking to him. Shall I say it?
Yeah.
When I start speaking to him, the first thing I said to him that one of the mashpim on me toward Techeiles is his father, the stipler, Zechon Tzadik Levrocha. And I said to him that I bought a stipler in a tshuva. What he is saying, like this, that if a chochem mechach meumas oilom is talking about a mitzias that was 1,000 years ago, don't believe it. You don't need to believe it. It could be stam a shakran. It could be he got any other interest, or stam he doesn't understand. You don't need to believe it. But if a chochem mechach meumas oilom that lived 1,000 years ago, and he is saying on a mitzias that was 1,000 years ago in his generation. He said, with that you kovea haloche. Why? Because chochom, because lo maro uman lo maro umnosei, and a goy shemisech lefitumoy, because it was in his generation. So people, if he doesn't say the truth, people can be makrishim. So that's why if you see somebody from 1,000 years ago, he was talking on something that was in his generation, you have to follow it and kovea halochem that. And he said, and if you see in Rambam differently, said, Share terutzim lo ninalu. In other words, that's starker, it's stronger than a Rambam.
right.
To go poisek chochem from chacham u'musoilom from 1,000 years ago that said about Metzias. And then, and I said that the five from the chacham u'musoilom that lived in Bais Sheni, they all talking about one thing, about this chilozen that we have in our hand. This chilozen, okay, they talk all about this. And this chilozen, we know why we didn't have it for 1,500 years, because it was a gzeira from the Romoim against that. I don't want now to go to a whole speech, but that's the way I start speaking to him. Okay? Anyway, so I hope these words will help whoever will hear me and be convinced that I'm talking MS.
Yeah.
How do you explain the stire between what he told you and what he told him?
I don't know. I cannot. Look, I don't know what he told him. I can only say one thing. You know, a poisel b'mum a poisel. If a person can say liberty, say about somebody that he doesn't know, and say that he was playing with that, and talking about Sifri and Medrash things which doesn't say, I don't know. Maybe he played maybe he played with his video. I don't know.
Wow.
But there's no way to explain the stire if both videos are MS. Nobody played around. There's no way to explain the stire. Why did he tell you this and why he told him that different?
No idea. Listen, no idea. I cannot explain. There's not everything I can explain.
Maybe
that does not need an explanation. One thing I can say, the Gemara in Shabbos, I don't have the Lashon from the Gemara, but the Gemara in Shabbos in Daf Gimel Amud Beis, talking about Rebbe, right?
Shabbos. Shabbos אני אביא לך שם.
Yeah, I'm gonna be making some edits to this video. This video I'm gonna be playing with. I'm gonna be making edits to this video so that this is cut out.
Shabbos?
Okay.
Oh, איפה אתה רואה שם? Oh.
Okay, so I'm just telling everybody that
I'll show the Gemara in Shabbos, Daf Gimel, Amud Beis. Omar לרב חייא לרב, בר פחתי mean ben gdoilim. לא יאמין אלוך. Didn't I say to you, כי kai Rebbe behind Masechta, when Rebbe is learning one Masechta, לא תשאליה במסכתה אחריסה. Don't ask him in andere Masechta. Dilme lava daite. Right? And
maybe you won't know.
He loved the Rebbe, Gav Rabbi, Ksafte. The Meshanach Shinuya, the love Shinuya. So in other words, and Rashi is saying, כלומר, אין ליבוי למסכת זו, שמא יזבייש. In other words, you ask him something in a different Masechta, you can be Mivayesh Rebbe. Who is Rebbe? That gave us Kol HaTorah Kulo. Kol HaTorah Kulo. He knew the Kol HaTorah Kulo, and he gave it to us like R Chaim Kanievsky. Right? So Rebbe, you should not ask him in a different Masechta, because you can be Mivayesh him. Now,
No, he's talking about Rebbe. He was a Gaver Rabbi, so he wasn't. He knew.
לא, רק במקרה הזה הוא התמזל לו. רש"י אומר שיתבייש, הוא יכול לבייש אותו. So ממילא, Reb Chaim Kanievsky, he didn't learn that sugya. And if someone wants to say that he learned that sugya, let him say it. I'm not. If you can say on Rebbe such a thing, so Reb Chaim Kanievsky, did Reb Chaim Kanievsky ask, you want to see a chilosm? Anyone saw him that he went into that sugya? Nobody. No, people come and say, what do you think about this? What do you want from him? so you can say things like that, you know.
It's very interesting. You mentioned about that.
And none of the they were not oisek in that, because It was not lemaise, but not lemaise because we didn't have Techeiles. So nobody learned Techeiles, properly, because it was not lemaise. And we made to ask to come to a godel, right? And ask a godel, what do you think about Techeiles? No, what do you want from him? So he can tell you all sorts of things, and you could be mevayeh Hashem.
Unbelievable.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Okay, thank you very much for everyone that listened to me.
Absolutely,
Okay,
absolutely.
that's it, yeah?
Okay, yeah, that's it. No questions. If there are any questions, is there a way to reach you?
Sorry?
If there are any questions,
Yeah.
is there a way to reach you directly?
Yeah, you can. Okay, I can give you my number.
Okay.
My number.
Okay. Okay. So anybody that has any questions,
I can see that? No.
So anybody that has any questions, reach out to me directly, and I'll ask the questions on your behalf.
Okay,
I
good.
think that's the safest way to go about it. All right, everybody. Hold on a second. Stream over here.